What's up, Springfield? Raheem Escalai here with the 146th episode of Forward Through Sports Talk. Glad that you guys are watching this. Glad to be bringing it to you. Today is Friday, September 3rd, 2021. I've got a couple stories from the news to talk about. And my NFL, don't be surprised if I'm going down the league. Today we're going to do 1 through 16. Tomorrow the latter half, and just little notes I made on every team's roster, and I wanted to present it. I wanted to present it to you as what ifs or whatever predictions. Also in Western Mass Sports, I break down the number 6 ranked Holyoke Purple Knights and the number 7 ranked Frontier Redhawks. So let's just start it, right? Unfortunately, former NFL player Keith McCants was found dead late Thursday night in his Florida home. I don't really remember him playing, but shit, a death is sad, right? Paul Millsap, the latest former All-Star to join the Brooklyn Nets. I'm all for teams adding depth, but the Brooklyn Nets they're damn near champions already, and the season hasn't started. I thought they would have found different use for that spot. Thank you, son. But maybe they think Paul still's got something in the tank. BYU and Houston among the top Big 12 options. The reason that's getting broadcasted so heavily is the decimation of the Big 12 with Texas and Oklahoma leaving. Some say it was foul. I think it's just some greedy, money-grubbing execs trying to get rich off of sports they don't play. It's just my opinion. Seahawks signed Baylor hoop star Mark Vitale as a tight end. Not too clear if this was just something like a fan day or something like that. There's just some special exemption, or if he's really actually on the team. But kudos, bro. He crossed over. Cristiano Ronaldo, to wear number 7 as he rejoins Manchester United on his final contract. Man, he's been a great soccer player for a very long time. So to see him go, it's gonna be sad. But there are plenty of new stars in the international soccer scene, such as my boy Kylian Mbappe. He's the truth. And Camavinga from France, he's pretty fucking good too, right? 20 months in, and Derek Jeter is still working on his Hall of Fame speech. No pressure. Derek Jeter was the best shortstop to play baseball. So if he wants to take 40 months to write his Hall of Fame speech, I'm with it, because, that shit's got to be good. Todd Bowers' leave extended for an 8th time. I really don't agree with this at all. I think he's a woman beater who needs to be brought to justice, just like a certain Houston Texans quarterback needs to be brought to justice too, and not traded to the Miami Dolphins. David Patton, 3-time world champion, dead at 47. That was the other piece of news that was kind of sad. David Patton, oh my lord. Number 86, he was the speedster that was opposite Troy Brown in the Patriots' early days. When they traumatized young teenagers like me by winning the Super Bowl every year. God, man, he's going to be missed most definitely. Yeah, he definitely was the speedster. I remember, I think he had over 1,000 yards one time. It was like 1186 and 7 tuds, I believe. I don't know. I have to look at that one too. Either way, we're finished with the news. So, I'm trying to think. Do I want to do Western Mass Sports first or NFL? Both equally important. Let's go with Western Mass Sports, since y'all are some community people. All right, as you know, we are going through and analyzing in every single inch of the Western Massachusetts high schools, the ones that have football teams anyway, which is most of them. Today we are going to talk about the Holyoke Purple Knights and the Frontier Redhawks. First, we're going to start with the number 6 ranked Purple Knights. Joe Dutspar, please. I'm sorry. I don't mean to if I'm butchering it. His 6th year as the head coach. In the shortened season earlier in the spring, the Purple Knights went 2-2. But there's a reason why they're ranked this high. Specifically, the entirety of the team's off-season work was completed together at Excel Sports Academy, New England. And anytime when a team gets together to get better and it's not scheduled or not mandated, that's really something. And just the way that they were able to beat the best team in Massachusetts. Granted, it was 7-on-7s, but just the way they finished that game was awesome. And so we're going to talk about them today. Though they finished 2-2, this team collectively got better, as I just mentioned, and are riding a wave of momentum going into the season, thanks to the athletes' off-season work and their 7-on-7 tournament victory against the Central Golden Eagles. I didn't stutter. Quarterback Quinn Colley and company look to build on the short season's success, and his connection with wide receiver Dylan Lubold is going to be nearly automatic, honestly. As in Quinn Colley's arm, like a lot of high school quarterbacks have because they're young, have a drag behind their throw, or it's like a wind-up as opposed to a clean pass. Quinn Colley has a very fluid motion, and I really like his release. I think the decision making needs to get a little bit better, but that's what the off-season work was about. So as with last year, expect Dylan Lubold to get a bulk of catches early, and expect that defense to be inspired, to kind of want to back up their squad. Defensively, this is a group that is experiencing the growing pains of having to rebuild after watching the top talent graduate. There is a vibe in raw talent among the defensive backs and linebackers, but the outlook is good going forward. It's the growing pains, the penalties, guys not lining up in the right spot, dudes not knowing to play. All that happens, but as the year goes on and the coaching gets increases, gets better, those little mistakes start to leave. Now, I'm going to talk about number 7, Frontier Redhawks. Sorry. Let me tell y'all something first about Holyoke Purple Knights. Week 3, they play Agawam, and that game could go either way, honestly. A lot of people tell me Agawam and the Brownies hated playing from behind last year and really preached a sound, good defense. So that, along with what I've seen on film of them so far, leads me to believe the defense will be better, but just how better are these guys going to be is going to be the question. I do see Agawam hopping into the rankings. Actually, I believe they're 12th, 13th right now. So they're outside the main teams. So I predict they'll go 5-3. They should. They playing in a pretty weak division. They're by themselves. So they'll have games in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Division 7, 8. The schedule will be a mix-up, but it will be fairly easy opponents. And I am confident in the Purple Knights obtaining a winning record. So, yeah, sorry. All right, now the Frontier Red Hawks. This team is badass. Let me tell you something. A team that caught the eye of many during the shortened season in the spring for their smooth offense and the way the defense stepped it up during critical moments, especially on senior day. Those fuckers really stood up, and it was a sound victory. It was a thrashing, 35-0. But it's the way they put it together. And I might have that one wrong. I think it might be 42. I'm sorry. But really, I love the way this team rallied around the seniors last year. They returned a bunch of guys this year. The overall vibe or feeling of this team is that they can probably get to the top 5. Hey! Damn. I think they'll be top 5. They might still have a loss or two in them, just because they're kind of young. And I think there's a better quarterback on that roster who should be starting. But this is my personal opinion. They're starting the season ranked 7th, and as I just said, they're probably going to get in the top 5 with a record of 6-2. I have them as one of the best teams in Western Massachusetts. So, there we have Western Mass sports. Let me hit you with the NFLs. Don't be surprised if, as I said before, teams 1 through 16. Starting with the Arizona Cardinals. I did it in alphabetical order. Don't be surprised if Chandler Jones leads the league in sacks. Why? Chandler Jones has been balling out the last 3 years, one of which he came back on a 1-year deal, and just this offseason he was rewarded pretty heavily too. An indication of his skill and what he could do going down the road. Chandler Jones, let's put a number on that real quick. 18.5. Chandler Jones will get 18.5 sacks this year. Atlanta Falcons. Don't be surprised if Calvin Ridley is league leader in reception yards. Last 2 seasons, he's placed 2nd and 3rd in this such category. And he's young. He gets the offense. Smooth route runner. Why wouldn't he have more production this season? Because Matt Ryan's his quarterback. True shit. Baltimore Ravens. Don't be surprised if the offense comes out to a slow start, like they do most seasons. Lamar's going to roll it out a bunch and hit Mark Andrews. Whoever the hell their backup is on the left side of the line. And I don't expect this offense actually to pick up until Rashad Bateman comes back. That is, he's a crazy athlete, man. He just does everything right. And it was a shame that he got hurt, because honestly, he was getting ready to fuck this league up. Seriously. Buffalo Bills. Don't be surprised if Devin Singletary is leading rusher over Zach Moss. Yeah, sorry, Randy. I think Singletary's well capable of going over 1,000. He's done it before. And last season, his receiving ability played a big part in the Bills' success. That buzzsaw Josh Allen. Carolina Panthers, don't be surprised if Brian Burns posts double-digit sack here. He's getting better, staying healthy, and he has, I think, Football Power Index said he has the 8th quickest step in the National Football League. To me, that screams more production. Chicago Bears. Fuck the Bears. Damian Williams is more than David Montgomery's backup. In fact, Damian Williams will take the starting role eventually at some point. I have more confidence in his game. He's a north-south type of guy, but has east-west speed. And he's a great receiver out the backfield, too. Take a little pressure off of the Red Rifle. Or Justin Fields, whoever gets the start. Either way, the Bears suck. The Cincinnati Bengals. I've been very hard on them this whole off season. So we are gonna go with saying that don't be surprised if the offensive line isn't as bad as you think it is. This all has to do with people staying healthy, continuity, communication. So I think it's possible, maybe for the first 3 weeks. They failed mightily to get Penei Sewell. A lot of different analysts thought that that's the way that they were going to go as well. But they kind of added some pieces in free agency, and some guys came up off the bench. But it's not enough was done to address the offensive line, and I think Cincy's going to suffer another year because of this. Cleveland Browns. Baker plays out the season without receiving a deal. That's because Baker Mayfield is not as good as everyone's making him out to be. Average quarterback at best, and he has one playoff win to his credit. One playoff win. And that team is fucking loaded every single year. Dallas Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott bounces back. I think that's going to be... I think it's possible. Healthy Dallas offensive line. And I don't see a team having that same injury luck 2 years in a row. If they do, it's the Cowboys. But watch Ezekiel Elliott to be the number 3 rusher in the league this year. Denver Broncos. Javonte Williams will be the starting halfback. It probably won't happen. I doubt it'll happen by Sunday. I checked the depth chart. He was still the backup this morning. But that is not... there's not enough to be said about the way this kid plays. North Carolina, him and the Jets. The Jets drafted a running back in the 3rd round. Was his running mate in college. And they were a very effective 1-2 punch. I think they came on when Trubisky graduated, actually. Another fun fact right there. But yes, watch for Javonte Williams to not only take the starting role, but to be one of the league's best rushers, I think. Detroit Lions. Jamal Williams leads the team in rushing. The Detroit Lions are the 31st best team in the league. They will more than likely go 0-16 this year. The yard total on Jamal Williams will probably be 443. Green Bay Packers. I love to talk about my squad. Jair Alexander, lockdown corner, one of the best this league has to offer, gets a contract extension before Devontae Williams. I think Devontae Williams gets paid this offseason, but I still think our GM, all the staff up there need to pay attention more to the stars before they go elsewhere. And we are the basement-dwelling Packers of the 90s, before Favre. Houston Texans. This is Kind of biased just because I love his style. Davis Mills is gonna get 3 starts this year, and I know it's like, fuck that shit. And I know it's kind of like a gimme to say that he's gonna get 3 starts because most likely Deshaun is on his way to jail behind those charges. So Davis will get the 3 starts, and he'll take 2 of them. Davis Mills, quarterback of Stanford, who in his senior season passed Andrew Luck as the all-time leading passer in Stanford history. I might have butchered that fact. I will seriously get back to you on that. Moving on, Indianapolis Colts. Besides for Carson Wentz being a complete fail, Jonathan Taylor will lead the league in rushing. If you saw what he did last year, and the spots that Indy put him in with the shitty offensive line combos, not knowing who's going to be the quarterback next week. Jacoby Brissett was horrible. Let's be real. And the other guy over there, Easton Stick, I believe, is the other one on the depth chart. I wonder which way Frank Reich is going to go. But, he's the quarterback whisperer, so I got faith in whoever he throws out there. No, I don't, because I'm not a Colts fan. Jacksonville Jaguars, Laviska Shenault Jr., I liked him as a rookie, is going to lead the team in catches as the Jaguars go 3-14. Kansas City Chiefs, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, still 0 third down carries. I don't know why you would put a body that big in there at third down, or a body that small in there at third down, and expect something better than an injury. I know he's got that willingness to do that, but that's what they have bigger backs for. And number 16 team on my list, the Las Vegas Raiders. Rookie Bryan Edwards will be the team's top wide receiver. The acceleration that this young man possesses, this is shit I haven't seen before. Speed maintaining in and out of cuts. And now it's just up to him to see what he can do against the defensive backs of the AFC West, because he's definitely getting locked down against Kansas City. He won't get many catches, if any, against the Chargers. And he'll tear up Denver. But yeah, Bryan Edwards is a guy you need to think about. Keep that name fresh in your mind. He's a wideout for the Oakland Raiders. When he was drafted, I think he was 5th on the depth chart, and now he's competing for the number 1 spot. So there are my what ifs, numbers 1 through 16. Tune into episode 147 tomorrow, and I'll give you 17 through 32. Right now, though, Major League Baseball, Philly 7, Washington 6, Oakland 8, Detroit 6. I like the way the Tigers have been playing since the All-Star break. To be fair and give them a little respect, I guess. San Francisco Giants 5, Milwaukee 1, Boston 4, Tampa Bay nothing. Mets for Miami Marlins 3, and I needed the Mets to win by a little bit more. That didn't happen, and I lost some coins. Cubs over the Pirates 6-5. Indians over the Royals 6-2, and Atlanta beats the Colorado Rockies 6-5. So that would wrap up episode 146 of 4-3 Sports Talk. I'm your host, Raheem Escalay, and I am in downtown Springfield right now. It's a beautiful city. And bringing you this episode. Probably going to go find somewhere to pig out at or eat. I don't know. Let's see what the rest of the day brings me. Don't forget, we're on YouTube too. We're up to 33 subscribers right now, though. 33 is a long way from, what's the number, 4,000? But we're going to get there anyway, right? Come on now. That's that Raheem confidence. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Stay interacting, stay involved. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with episode 147 of 4 and 3 Sports Talk. Be easy and please make sure you love one another.